Oh yeah, I just see that we are on live stream right now, so we can officially kick off here. So welcome everyone to this very first Waves Hackathon workshop. Today we are very happy to have VIadimir, who is the co-founder of the Wave Docs and Puzzle Network, to join us as the very first speakers for this series of the workshop. So a bit background of the Waves hackathon. So this is actually the very first time that Dora Hacks to support the Waves for their native hackathon. And Waves is actually a layer one that's launched in 2016, which is a global open source platform for decentralized application using POS consensus. And Waves offers a very unique approach to decentralized application deployment by avoiding gas and non-Turing complete language in the system secure and predictable. And also we've provided a native language called Write, which is straightforward and developer-friendly language that make development more easier. And for this hackathon, it's a 2 months it's a 2 months hackathon with three tracks, which are blockchain gaming, DAOs, and public chain for good. So yeah, I guess I won't take too much about the intro here. I will just leave the stage to Vlad. So yeah, Vlad, feel free to start.
Thank you for introducing me. Hi guys, my name is Vlad. I'm building on Waves for 3 or 4 years already. Pretty big amount of time. I've built several projects. The most successful one was Waves Ducks, and you see my duck on the screen. And that's my copy actually, this in a black sweatshirt, that's me. Now I'm building the product called Puzzle. It's a dev infrastructure on Waves blockchain, including AMM, DEX aggregator, and lending protocol. So we're building a lot of stuff, and I will be happy to share this experience with you. Because literally Waves is pretty specific. It's much easier to code on than, for example, Ethereum. I've tried both, and Waves is much easier because of Write smart contract language. In this video, I will show you a very interesting tutorial how to start building on Waves. And our first decentralized application on Waves will be NFT market. In 30 minutes, maybe even less, in 20 minutes, we will build a smart contract which allows us to trade NFTs from scratch, from like 0 lines of codes. We will build this smart contract. Yes, I guess that's it. To introduce myself and Waves, let's start. Let's go directly to building because building is the main fun. Can we start, right? I will share the screen and start coding, okay? Chris, what do you think? Or we have something else?
What is that?
We will start sharing the screen, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, guys. Nice. Okay, so this is Waves ID, like the main thing you use to build a smart contract on Waves. Basically, we will need just 3 things to build a smart contract. First one is Waves ID. Second one is Waves D app. This is a website where we can get an automatic generated interface for our smart contract. And Waves Explorer. This is like the classic Explorer for a blockchain. It's pretty easy to use. And here I have my account with some waves on it. I fulfilled it with 2 waves, and this will be enough, more than enough, to build our first smart contract. So let's start. Our goal will be building a marketplace on top of Waves NFTs. A good reference will be Puzzle Market. That's one of the products existing in the Puzzle network. Here you can trade multiple NFTs, like similar to OpenSea and other projects that you might know. This is the collection of NFTs. Here we see Anya. She's beautiful. the real person, by the way. So, and here, as you can see, there is a button buy now. And when you click it, you get redirected to your wallet where you can sign the transaction and purchase these NFTs. I will not spend 500 USDN now, but you know. So our goal will be to build a similar thing. We will build a smart contract where one person can sell NFT, another will be able to buy. Okay, let's start. Just give me 15 to 20 minutes and we will build it from scratch. 3, 2, 1, let's go. We go to Waves ID. That's the place where we create the code. That's like the start page. On the left side, you see all my existing projects. You don't need them. We'll just build the new one from scratch. Let's go. You put the plus button and the app script. That's it. Okay, now we have a template for our code. Basically, you don't need all of this. This is just like an example to start. All you need is this. So first we have some metadata, like introducing, you have a smart contract, etc. Then we have callable functions and verifier function. Verifier should not be touched, it just exists. So what we change in this smart contract is just these 5 lines of code. Very simple. Callable function is the thing that can be invoked by an interface. So actually we need as many functions, as many operations we have in our smart contract. So for example, we will have sell NFT, right? And same as a copy of this buy NFT. That's actually it. Okay, nice. Now, this is actually already a smart contract. We can deploy it. Let's do it. Let's do it, by the way. We have a deploy button here. For this, you will need an account connected to the Waves ID. It's here. So you just click deploy button and sign the transaction and publish this code. Okay, the transaction has been sent, which means that smart contract was deployed. We can see it in the base explorer as well. I just reload the page and see that, yeah, we have a new transaction. Set script transaction. What does it mean? It means that we can actually use this smart contract already. We can go to VIadimir app, insert the address of smart contract here, and voila, here we go. We have sell NFT and the buy NFT functions. We can even invoke them. We can do a transaction to sell NFT. Look. It literally does nothing because the function is empty, but it's getting invoked. Look, transaction sent, transaction is successful. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, sell NFT. This is how perform transaction looks like. Okay, now let's make this function do something like, which makes sense. For example, sell NFT. To sell NFT, the person will need to attach some payment. Like he needs to attach some NFT that he wants to sell. Oh, for example, yeah, let's see which NFTs do I have. Yeah, for example, this one looks epic. It's an eagle. In this example, we'll sell an eagle. Yeah, here it is. So just attach a payment. I'm selling one eagle. When I invoke the function, this eagle goes to the smart contract. This is the ID of the eagle, and this is the quantity. Okay, now we need to operate with it in a smart contract. So when someone invokes sell NFT, he attaches a payment, right? So let's see. Let's have a variable called payment, PMT. How to get data about payment? I means invocation payments. There can be up to 10 payments in one transaction. We need the first one. 0 means 1 in coding. Okay, nice, good. We have payment. Now let's get an NFT ID. NFT ID is equal to payment dot asset ID, or how it's called, asset ID. Yeah. And we need to, ID is basically a byte vector, binary. We need to convert it to string, something like this. Yeah. Yeah, value needs to be written to make sure it's not a null, because if person attach zero payment, we need to have an error. You need to attach a payment. That's what value does, value function. Okay, now we have an NFT ID. Okay, and we need to have an like trade ID, right? Because we are doing a trade, and this needs to be just a random string, basically. For this, we can use transaction ID in the same way. Okay, so now we have multiple variables. Actually, we need these two, I think. Yeah, also we need to know the seller, right? The person who sells an NFT. Seller is equal to the one who calls this function, I.caller the string. Okay, we have three string variables. Now, this smart contract has to remember them. The data should be written to blockchain, like who is the seller, what is he selling, etc. Okay. Oh, also the price. We will need to know the price, but that will be the next step. To store data to blockchain, you need to fill this array. Pretty intuitive, by the way. So, for example, we have to remember that string, because it's string variable, we need to know that trade ID, trade, this trade, seller, yeah, like this, is seller. I will explain it after I perform the function. And NFT is equal to NFT ID. Nice. Okay, so as soon as we fill this array, the function has a result. Something happens after we perform this function. Let's check it. We will deploy this function. Deploy is successful. Now we can go and try it. I'm selling this eagle. Not bad. Let's go. Whoop, I've sent. Okay, let's see what happened after I performed this transaction. We can see it in an explorer, in the block explorer. We see that there were two multiple data state changes in the blockchain. Two new things appeared in the blockchain. And of course, the eagle was transferred, so line by line. The first thing, eagle was transferred from my account to smart contract account. Makes sense. Now eagle is stored on the smart contract. And then there is a data transaction. Oh, hard to see. You can see it in JSON. We see that there is an trade ID, this string, and we can find the information who is the seller. This is the seller. Also, we see what's the ID of NFT, and we see it here. That's an ID of eagle. Okay, nice. I think we can do it even like easier. We can just use the ID of NFT and nothing else. It will be much easier. Okay, but doesn't matter now. Okay, the next thing that is missed is we need to know the price. Seller has to say, I'm selling it for, let's say, 0.5 waves or something. For this, we will need to add an argument. Look, seller needs to give a price. Price is an integer, right? Sell NFT for a price. And we store this price. Trade ID, price. Price. Nice. So we need now to sell another eagle and like remember its price, you know. Oh, okay. Let's try it once again. You will see what's changed actually. In the sell NFT function, we now have a new argument called price. So when you sell an NFT, you don't just attach payment, you need to say what's the price. And the very interesting thing about right is that it doesn't have float numbers. You always have to give integer value. How to deal with this value, for example? For example, you need to say that waves, you need to pay 0.5 waves. You need to multiply it by 100 million. So basically, you need to give, you need to give like let me print it here. Price 0.5 multiplied by 1 million. 100 million, like this. So you will have this integer. And this integer means that the price is 0.5 waves. Okay, this is just a comment for you to remember how is integer working in the right language. So you need to, I want to sell an NFT for 0.5 waves. Okay, okay, now tell me, what if I put the invoke button? What will happen? Okay, let's try. Many who were watching the stream in a serious way know that we will have an error, something went wrong, because we didn't attach the payment. Makes sense. Okay, now we need to attach a payment with an NFT that we want to sell. After that, it will start working well. Yeah, let's find an NFT that I own. Own at NFTs. Yeah, have a lot of ducks. Look, that's the first Dodge duck in the Waves ducks game. Okay, yeah, and I have some other NFTs. Hi duck. Looks interesting. And I have an NFT of this duck, NFT ID. Okay, something is wrong with IPFS, so it loads pretty long time, but it doesn't matter. I will just use the ID to sell it, basically. Okay, I'm selling one duck with this ID for this amount of waves. Okay, now it should work. Okay, nice. By the way, this transaction ID is your trade ID. You can remember the string and use it in future. Let's double check that we have 3 new data states. For example, we store the price now. It's good. Nice. Okay, now we did the first step. Now anyone can go to our smart contract and like propose a deal. Like you can buy my NFT for this amount of waves. Let's make an opposite. Let's make a function called buy NFT, so anyone can like agree on this deal. Anyone, permissionless. For this, he needs to say what's like trade ID, string, and give some payment. So it works in a like pretty same way. We have a payment. We need to check. Yeah, we need to know the like price, right? Let price is equal to what's stored in this value, right? To download this data from blockchain, you need to use the function called get integer value from this smart contract and this key. Okay, and if this price is equal to what user paid, we need to allow him to close this deal. So if price is equal to payment dot amount, like amount of payment, then we give him an NFT. Else, we need to give an error, like your payment is incorrect. Okay. Moreover, you need to pay attention that actually you can attach any payment in any token that you have in your wallet. They need to check that the user is paying Waves token and not like a shit token or something. For this, we need to check. We need to have a Boolean structure. Where is it? Sorry, I have a new laptop. Oh. We need, yeah, this one. And payment asset ID is equal to unit. Unit is like an asset ID of waves. It's like none, zero, nil, like basic asset waves. So in this case, what we do, we transfer and this payment right, to seller, and to transfer an NFT to buyer. Pretty obvious. So we need to know the seller. He's written here. Get string value. And we need to know the address from string. Nice. Yeah. I think that's the only thing we need to know. Oh yeah, we need to know an NFT ID, obviously. String value from this account. What's the ID of this NFTs? We get a byte vector from it. Okay, so that's it. Let's finalize our smart contract. We need to transfer everything and delete all unused data. So first, we send some money to the seller, right? We need to sell. We need to send some waves. I think it works like this. Expected. Oh yeah, address from string value. Nice. So with this, we send waves to the seller, and with the second function, we send to the caller, to the buyer, we send an NFT. We send one copy of this NFT. Nice. Send NFT to the buyer. Wonderful. And what else? We need to delete all the data that we had that have this smart contract empty when needed. Nice. Okay. So now it's done. We can actually use the smart contract to buy an NFT. Let's try. So with the previous transaction, we created a trade with this ID. Let's try to fulfill it. I need to sign in. Okay. Buy NFT. Oops. Trade ID is this one, right? Then I need to attach a payment. Let's say 0.5 waves. Buy NFT. Boom. Yay, it works. I just purchased my first NFT. Yeah, look, 0.5 waves was transferred to seller and a high duck was transferred to buyer. That's it. Yep. In this case, the buyer and the seller were the same person, this account, but it would work perfectly if someone else was using this marketplace. Okay, just as an experiment, let's try to hack this smart contract. We need to check what happens if I don't touch payment when buying, for example, or something. So let's, for example, when you have a new asset, you need to reload this page. So you have your assets in the list. Yeah. So for example, I'm selling it for 1 waves. Yeah, I think this one is correct. Sell NFT. We have the new trade ID, and let me try to buy this NFT. Now I should get an error. Yep. Now it says that we don't have one payment in our transaction. Okay, let's have a payment, but let it be 0. Imagine if I use 0 waves to buy an NFT. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work. So like this. Yeah, your payment is incorrect. Nice. Okay, what if I pay 1 waves? It should work now. Yep, it works. Nice. So guys, in the last 20 minutes from scratch, we built a smart contract that enables to trade any NFTs issued on Waves. Yeah. So of course it's not like the final smart contract. You need to add many things, and let it be your homework. I will leave some comments here so you know what can you extend, and that will be a good task to practice your right skills. Just in case there is I forgot to mention it. There is an amazing documentation about RIDE, docs.waves.tech, right? And here we have all the data, all the things that I used. But this one will be a perfect quick start for you, believe me. So, okay. Let me give some hints to you what you can do next. So first, to do, yeah, this will be like your homework. To do, enable multiple assets trade payment. For now, people can only use Waves, right? And we need to allow them to use any cryptocurrency, for example, Bitcoin, etc. This is a to-do. Another to-do, and which can be done here. To-do. Very important thing that you cannot live without. Add marketplace fee. You can take a part of the paid amount and transfer it to like stakers of your governance token or something like this. It's not a big deal, and you can do it here. Okay, and like a general task, if you want to go huge, do add auction. So for this, you will need to run the new function called place bid. People will need to like place the bid on the NFT. Sorry. Yes, and this is a great to do to keep updating your skills on RIDE. So these 3 steps I propose to do by yourself and explore RIDE even deeper. I guess it will be fun. So guys, thanks for watching this tutorial. I think these 50 lines of code can be a great start for you to start building on RIDE. Me personally, I love this language very much because it feels like building a Lego, you know? You just brick by brick, you build a smart contract. You start to build one function, then another, and full picture gets completed with it. I built more than 100 smart contracts on it, so trust me, it's a very interesting and like powerful language. Yes, that's it for today. Keep building, and I will be also included in the jury of this competition. So in 2 months, I will be happy to watch your projects and give some feedback and evaluate them. You can also reach me in Twitter, just in case. You can write me to DM if you have an idea of a project or you have some questions regarding RIDE. I will be happy to answer them. Thank you, guys. I guess that's it. Very good as the first introduction workshop.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vlad, for this detailed introduction and a very, I would say, useful tour about the right language.
Yeah.
So I guess questions that asked from our community is that so by developing with right language, what are the thing like the difference compared with other blockchain language right now, like Solidity or Rust, and like, do you see like if there is any advantage or disadvantages compared with those language? Yeah.
Yeah, nice question. So, what I like the most, being honest, is not the language itself, but the infrastructure. As you see, I didn't need to install anything. I can do everything in the web. I mean, I can create a smart contract totally in web in 20 minutes. I mean, you guys can just go and repeat everything that I did without installing anything, etc. I love it so much because when you build a smart contract on Solidity, for example, you need to use a WebStorm or any other software. You need to install it. You need to have some infrastructure around. That's crazy. So first, I love the infrastructure around RIDE very much. Waves ID is like the perfect tool. Also, it's very simple. Uh, it's it's okay to have like 50 lines of code and a fully operational marketplace. It was not just a demo. You can like create this marketplace in 20 minutes and start earning money as a developer. Like I haven't seen any other place where you can do the same. And the third one is a very good syntaxes, because here we have not so many functions, around 20. You can combine them and build powerful tools. They're pretty same, and they look similar to other languages, for example, to Scala. Disadvantages, I will name, this language is not Turing complete, which means there are no cycles. So you cannot do the operation like while true, do something. It's not possible. Why? Because we prevent gas spending because of it. We always know how complex is the script. So there are no cycles, and script is very linear. Uh, so that's why we don't have gas and have flat fees. But it's also more difficult to develop on it if you want to build something complex. For example, you have like 1,000 users, and you want to look at every of them in the smart contracts. It's pretty difficult to develop this, but with time you learn to do these things, and it is not an issue anymore.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Very cool. Thank you very much. Well, I guess that's it for today. We can
Yeah,
end
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, for all the audience, if you are interested in about learning more about the Wave blockchains and also Wave hackathons in the futures, please feel free to follow us on YouTube and Binance Live. We will have a series of the workshop about the Waves blockchain in the following days. And we have invited a few other speakers and guests to workshops as well. And also, if you want to try out to building something on Waves hackathon, feel free to do that. We, as I mentioned, this is like 2 months hackathons with 100K prize pool, divided into 3 tracks. So feel free to join our hackathon and win some juicy prizes there. Yeah. That's it for today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this, and also very thanks for VIAD to by providing such a detailed and useful workshops. I guess I will see you guys soon. Yeah,
See you. Bye.
yeah. See you guys. Bye.